Welcome back. Previously in our series, we highlighted the difference between prevailing and promising practices, identified key drivers of impact, and provided a framework to identify capacities to develop. In this video, we will continue to build off of this by giving you 2.0 techniques. We'll also introduce you to core competencies needed to be on the cutting edge of capacity development thinking. By the end of this video, you will be able to identify the 4 core competencies of Capacity Development 2.0, and we'll give you strategies to add these 2.0 techniques to your current development strategies. So let's go beyond training and start facilitating change. Let's start by building our team. Our first core competency is collaboration. Prevailing collaboration practices and strategy have had an internal focus, generally speaking. Collaboration is networking, partnering, teaming, brokering, connecting, and influencing. Make sure you are collaborating with groups such as stakeholders, resource providers, competing organizations, and funders. As the coach, you need to look further down the field and outside your own organization. Ensure that content is jointly created and owned, collective intelligence is purposefully harnessed, tools and resources are designed to foster sharing, strategic partnering occurs across organizations, networking happens across stakeholder groups, and theories of change are shared. Add the technique of accompaniment to your playbook. This means gaining an outside perspective during your period of transformation. What organizations share your values and mission? How do you connect with these organizations in a way that strengthens your resources and advances your collective goal? Engaging stakeholders in structure, process, and service improvement is critical. Engage your stakeholders both formally and informally to discover where improvements are needed and to co-create solutions. A more formal technique could be a focus group with key stakeholders to gather insights into the internal or external customer experience. This way, you can make sure that your organization is focused on its goals and assisting stakeholders, and is not just checking off boxes on a list. No game is the same. Our next core competency is adaptation. Important features of adaptation are plans of action are customized, environments are fluid, behaviors are adaptive and seen as assets, efforts are localized, innovation is nurtured and rewarded, complexity is managed, and work is done in fluid environments where connections are brokered and assets are leveraged. Our first strategy for adaptation is learning from past behaviors. This means discovering promising practices from both your past successes and failures alike. One play that can help you implement this strategy is the cross-training of staff to address operational contingencies and organizational stovepiping. Staff from different departments bring different ideas to the table, and you would be surprised how many problems are solved using an outsider's perspective. Our second strategy will allow you to thrive in uncertainty and chaos. A couple of important plays to help you implement this strategy are evaluation, formative, summative, and ex post ante. To capture lessons learned and improve program performance or contingency planning and risk management strategies. Know out of bounds, a limitless field. Our third core competency is boundary redefinition. Traditional silos are out, and a coach must ensure that information and ideas are shared in non-traditional ways. Organizational hierarchies should be reevaluated, and information should be shared across departments. Essential features of boundary redefinition are organizational borders are porous, multiple identities are created for the organization through fluid networking, Organization is embedded in ecosystem. Traditional borders no longer block information flow. How do we implement this? One strategy is to connect disparate ideas to achieve breakthroughs. This means that organizations promote intersectional thinking both internally among departments and externally with actors embedded in their ecosystem. This can be achieved through encouraging conversations, both formal and informal, that allow participants to share knowledge and information across the organization. Time to rally the team. Our fourth and final competency for capacity development is democratic participation. Input should be solicited from all internal and external stakeholders, and all of these stakeholders should be kept informed about decisions and progress. Key features of democratic participation include accountability and transparency with regard to impact and entrusted resources, using knowledge management to promote shared learning, using a facilitative rather than an expert working style. A key technique for democratic participation is facilitating asset and rights-based capacity development for individuals and organizations. You need to facilitate people, communities, and organizations to come together to achieve positive change using their own knowledge, skills, and lived experience. As the coach, you need to facilitate a positive transformation of power relations between stakeholders. An important play to help you implement this strategy is the creation and maintenance of new structures and mechanisms to improve coordination and eliminate silos. Decentralizing and distributing leadership is another powerful democratic participation technique. In conclusion, this video is by no means an exhaustive exploration of all capacity development resources. For this reason, we encourage you to visit the link below, which contains 61 other 2.0 techniques you can use to further customize your development playbook. Now that you have an understanding of these 4 core competencies and you have new 2.0 techniques, how will you know if they are having the desired impact? Implementing capacities to develop isn't enough. You still need different approaches of monitoring and evaluating capacity development. So we invite you to learn more by watching the 3rd video of our installment. Thank you for watching.